Okay, hello, welcome everybody. I just was letting everybody know what I'm kind of working on. That's where my head is. And I was starting to say that I wanted to put together a little 3 class. It's a mini training. It's called a cohort. That's what it's called in the, seminar world now, but it's just a little mini group training. And what I'm noticing, if we think about what's come up last week, especially big time, but this is coming up. One's like, I want to do this, but I want to believe in this, but, right? So we have this desire, but, and then we're not really seeing the results. So it's not building trust or evidence. And so there's this gap that's happening for people. And then you start comparing yourself, or you go, well, how did that person manifest or make that happen, and I'm not able to do it, and why am I still circulating? And I really want to say, how do we bridge that gap? Which is, as a coach, that's my job. There's where you are and where you want to be, and in this gap there could be some limiting beliefs. There could be some unexpressed fears. There could be some ways that you've been trained to act and behave. And this sets up your expectations like, hey, no matter what I do, I know it's not going to work for me, right? You're going to go, I'm going to try, I'll spend the money, but I know it's not really going to work anyway. And it could be, the belief could be about it, but really the belief is about you, the creator. Okay. And so it's like, how do I become the kind of person that understands the truth of their authority and acts confidently from that authority and takes fast action? Because the other thing that stops people, besides, we can say belief, right? We have our beliefs, we have belief about the other, the belief about ourselves, right? We have our training, but and we may lack some actual skills need to get developed, right? We don't know necessarily what the steps are. And that's why you might hear me talk about 6-step process, like that's called belief to creation. What's happening? Why do you think it's happening? Right? What is the judgment? And which also holds your fear. We don't really know what the process itself is. Okay. And so we've got to, when we start to understand that, and that we're already doing it, we're already creating and manifesting, then we will learn how to do it intentionally. Okay. The other thing that I see is stopping folks in the group is there's a lot of, and I'm going to say, when I say the group, I'm going to tell you, this is not me going, I see this and I'm better. And you know, I had to overcome this, and it's ruminating. And when we're ruminating, we're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. We want to do it. Then we might do what we call research, but we never get into action, because then what happens is we start comparing ourselves. That negative voice comes up. Who am I? I don't have all of that. What gives me the right? All of that negative belief comes in. But that's because when we're ruminating, we're thinking, our brain doesn't really know how to leap to the future. What it's doing is it's doing what's called a transderivational search, and it's searching within your own experience and your own belief system. And what does that do? That sends you backwards. And the secret is that what really moves us forward is to have an idea, one, an idea big enough, and two, a big enough why. And then when it's big enough, then that limits all the choices and possibilities. It actually narrows down the information that your subconscious mind gives you, or even what you're able to find when you're doing your search and using your beautiful brain, your reticular activating system. And when it goes bigger, how can I go bigger? And someone who's talking about this a lot is Dr. Benjamin Hardy. And he works with Dan Sullivan, and incredible business books, mindset, strategy, a lot of healing. He's an incredible author, and he has a book called 10X is Easier. than 2x. Like if you just wanted to double your income, a lot of people go, oh my God, I can't work any more hours. I can't do more of what I'm already doing to just get more money. But he says if you made your goal 10 times bigger, it's actually easier because it narrows down your choices that you have to make in order to achieve that. So the book is 10x is easier than 2x, Dr. Benjamin Hardy. Okay. And so that's the guy, he's the man. And when I was going through, you know, my illness with my liver, and I'm having to spend a lot of time, I got to listen to a lot of what he has to say. And when I had the energy, I didn't even have energy to read really. But listening to him and tuning into his books really were super valuable and helped me get a lot of clarity on where I wanted to go personally and where I wanted to take my business and what I wanted to make possible for my clients. So I just wanted to mention those things. So I wanted to let you know, I did mention the cohort last week. Keep an eye out this week. I am writing up that offer now. And it's going to be 3 sessions. And the reason I'm doing it in 3 sessions rather than just like, let's do a day and get online or whatever and have a VIP day. Sleep cycles are very important. And you're going to be having I want you to be able to apply what you've learned. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be offering it first to everybody who are the circle members, and then it's going to be going out to the group. But when I get to 25, the list close. Okay. So I just wanted to give y'all a little heads up. That's all I can really talk about it right now. I just wanted to let you know that I have not forgot about that. Okay. All right. Beverly, I know you may not be prepared, but can we celebrate your win, please? Can we celebrate your win? Let me stop the share here. Everybody unmute. Do you have a little news for us?
I do. So yes, I won my county council seat, and it's funny because I, I'm not even in the seat yet, and I've already got people griping about something. I
Yeah,
guess
that's
so.
it.
So while I am elated, there is a part of me, and even as you were talking today, um, I'm thinking I probably need to sign up for that class. But there's I'm excited, and it's a bittersweet win. I'm excited that I won, and I'm also the first African American and first nope, just first African Americans. The rest of the panel, we have women as since Los Alamos' inception.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm extremely excited. I am looking forward to making a difference and being a change agent. For the people who really know me, who know that I do this woo-woo stuff, they
Yeah.
are so crazy excited. They're like, they don't even know what they're getting. And so yeah,
Oh,
energetically, I do plan on holding the space. So I would appreciate it for all of you if you would also hold that space as well, because we've chosen to be here at this time
yeah.
to make the changes that we know are possible. We I think we're incredibly creative because I'm looking at the tools and the vehicles we're using.
Yeah.
So lots of growth is ahead. So thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
that. Thank you.
Thank you. We're so excited for you. I'm so pleased. And thank you for letting us celebrate with you.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So I want to just do a little quick check-in. We're going to do, I asked a few people that were here before, this open format, I think it's been really powerful. Um, I'm at the end of these sessions, last week was really emotional. And I said, I think I'm going to sign off and cry. I didn't. I just was just so blissed out and so in love and just so grateful that I get to just spend time with you guys and be in this space with you. So for the rest of the month, we're going to go ahead and just be in this open forum, check in with everybody, see what's going on and how I can support you. Today we got 12, so we'll have time to go through everybody and just kind of check in, find out what's up, and let's find out what you're commanding for. Let's do that, and I'll help you format the command. Is that a little clearer? Is that a little clearer? Okay, beautiful. All right, Chris, is that all right if I start with you? I'm kind of going, I have this line across and I'm just going straight across, okay?
Yeah, but I'm thinking that I don't really have anything.
Okay, good.
And things have been really good.
Wonderful.
But I do get something. I think I told you earlier, I get something when other people have their issues or
Right.
whatever comes up. Then I sometimes that click something in my head and I go, oh yeah, that's going to be good for me too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just
Okay.
kind of being an observer today, but I'll also be participating, know that, because something will come up that
All right.
will
Well, things
resonate
are
with
going
me.
good for you. I want to share one of Asara's favorite commands that every time she shared it, everybody got excited. And the command is, I don't know how I go from success to success to success. I only know I do now, and I am fulfilled. And if things are really good, I don't know how I go, my good is ever expanding. I only know it is now, and I am fulfilled. It's not necessarily because you want to stop something, you can actually just keep yourself in that vibe. Okay.
Yeah, good.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Miss Sandy.
Hi. I find myself wrestling because of the way the election went. And then all the because of the kind of people that are going to be running the joint.
Yeah.
Thinking. So I'm in this wrestling point now of, oh boy, are we in trouble? And how do I don't, how am I realistic about my expectations about what's gonna be coming down the pike and still try to be positive? I don't, it's like if I kind of think about it like if you've had a glass and you let go of it and it's heading towards the floor, it's going to shatter.
Right.
And no amount of positive thinking is going to fix that.
But some action could stop it. You could stick your foot out and let it bounce off, right?
Yeah.
So what you're talking about is there's this, and this is really like the whole premise of the one command too. It's about being at the effect of outside forces, right? You have to make a decision about, hey, no matter what the circumstances are, favorable or unfavorable, nothing can steal your joy. That's the decision I came to. One, like, hey, I want to be in a high vibe state. Two, I want to be an agent for change. And I'm doubling down on my commitment to help my community at whatever level is presented to me. That's all I can do. I can't change what's outside of that. But if I change that and I act from that, I'm going to find more people like me and I'm going to be able to affect change. Right. And so, first is that decision. Yeah. Are there going to be some outside things that are outside of your control? Right. And so, what can we do? We can only focus on what we can control. And when that's our attitude, and hey, where can you help? Where can you be of service? Because we know who's going to be affected, right? And if you have a heart resonance for them, find out where those people are, right? That's serving those, and give your time and energy to that. If you're worried about your finances, one thing, I'm gonna have to get Asara on here, right? But one thing Asara always says when, like, because I know you're on a fixed income, and it would be, oh, well, this must be the moment that I'm ready and able to create something new.
Oh.
All right. So if we were doing a command, it would be, I don't know how. I absolutely trust that I am ready and able to do whatever's necessary. I only know I am now and I am fulfilled. I don't know how I'm ready and able to double or triple my income. I only know I am now, right?
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm ready and able to serve at a higher level. I only know I am now. So ready and able seems to be the words coming up for you. Okay.
Okay.
And you might mind map, like at the center is ready and able, and then draw off on the spokes everything else that you would want to be ready and able for.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right. And then there's always the action step. So if I were ready and able, what would I be doing?
Mm-hmm.
How would I act? How would I think? Okay. What can I do today? So you got to create an action. So then you might shoot off of each one. What would be a supporting action? Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I can do mind maps on here. I'd have to like take 20 minutes to do a training to create that. But hey, thank you because you'd help me download that teaching.
Okay.
You are a teacher. I know you feel you're a lifelong student, but you are ready to be a student teacher. Okay, I want to reiterate because I know you've heard me tell you that before.
Yeah.
Many gifts in your basket, my love. Okay,
All right. Thanks.
was that helpful?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Beverly, we did visit with you, but is there anything we can do to support you? Is there a command I can help you with?
I'm going to follow along with Sandra. It's good now. I do share some of the angst, but I think that's more because it's just the unknown.
Okay.
I understand that sometimes when you ask for change, it doesn't show up the way that you expect.
Yes.
And that's how I see this. I see this as not a challenge. I see this as, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And then I'm flexible enough to roll with it and then figure out again how I can be a contribution and not a distraction.
Right.
So yeah, that's where I am. I have taken the time to, someone called this morning to ask me how I was doing. I said I could probably take the remainder of this week to just be in that space.
Yeah.
But I'm with Miss Rotunda. I feel that I'm good. Being here in this circle, sharing this
Yeah.
space has been a huge contribution to my sanity.
Oh,
So
good.
no, I think I'm good.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, let me unpin. There we go. Hannah, we haven't got to hear from Hannah for a while. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. You're looking good. Look how pretty you look.
So, I've missed all of you. I'm sorry I've not been around for some time, but it's so uncommon.
Yeah,
You
you're a
can
little muffled.
give me Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Um, so just thank you for uh, having this every week. You have this. I know it's happening, even though I'm not there, and I like it. So, well, the last 2, 3 weeks I've been eh, be, been been busy. I've been doing uh, rehabilitation for my upper limb, and it's quite challenging, but I can see the effects, so I'm happy with that. yes, I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Just to remind everybody, you had a stroke earlier this year, right?
yeah, 2 years ago, is time just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, so you're rebuilding. And but you do look good. Yeah, there's something about your vibe and your energy. I definitely am seeing your light come up.
Thank you, thank you.
That's right.
So yeah, and congratulations to Beverly. Yeah. So for today, I think um um I need to have clarity about what I need to do. I have over the last maybe 2 months, I've been thinking of doing different things. And last, no, 2 weeks ago, I spoke to somebody, and I think he was going, no, 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 you should, you should, you should take a time to know what you want to say, what you want to do. So one of the things I wanted to do was to start complete my my coaching church coaching course. I started it in 2009, but
Okay.
I've never finished. So this time I want to do it and finish it, but I also want to make sure I make use of it because I do many courses and I don't use anything. So I want it to be different now.
Okay.
So I was thinking initially to work with ladies between 40 to 60, but I'm also thinking about people that have had strokes, how to help them to build up their life again. But I had this, I'm sorry to say, I was just feeling that, oh, people that has had a stroke may not be working and may not be earning money, so they can't be able to pay me.
Well, there's a lot there's many paths, and I don't want to brainstorm with you, but I don't know about nonprofits. I do feel like there's definitely a path, and you've got an ebook in you that people would say, like you could actually kind of turn more to some writing, and then I think there is some group coaching. But let's do a command like this, right?
Okay, well, let me just finish one
Yeah.
second. Then one of my passions is um so helping people with disabilities. Such I have a son who is 25. He has finished his education, but he's now just sitting at home because he cannot be employed and cannot do other things. And I feel there are many people like that in UK, and I wanted to do something about that. So that's I finished now.
Okay. All right. So you got a little spark of a dream, right? So you got a dream, you got a need. So for one, it's like, I don't know how this spark of a dream ignites and turns into a flame that lights my path. I only know the way is clear now, and I am fulfilled.
Ooh, thank you. Thank,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to tune in to Linda. How's it going?
Good. So where I'm at is October was very busy. Things were just cranking along. Things were really good. I was excited. Seemed very successful. And then I don't know, but I feel like I've just hit a brick wall and don't know I don't know what shifted, why it stopped, but just feel very like almost defeated. Like, what the heck happened? I
Yeah,
don't,
where did it go?
yeah, where did it go? I don't think I did anything, but
Infinity symbol. infinity symbol. So there's a period of big expression, then it comes back down. This is how the earth actually wobbles, right? If we followed the pattern. And so there'll be a big expansion. Then it's like there's a little time to catch up. Let's make everything happen. Rest. And then you have to, there's you kind of go back and you check back in with everybody you already sold to, right? Years ago, I had a class called Infinity Marketing System because I noticed it was about a 6-week cycle. Maybe could get stretched out to 2. And it would start out like, and every month my boss would go, what's happening? There are no sales. We got to get people in the door. I said, nothing is going to happen for another 2 weeks. Just hang on. And then, of course, there'd be a sale that day. But it would still be like, what I'm doing is I'm getting ready for the next sale. So it is not nothing. When bamboo's under the ground, growing long roots, it's actively working. So are you. Okay. You're just not seeing the fruit of it. Okay. So just think about this. Like you expansive, you delivered. And so this is the signal like, hey, we need to set up our sales cycle so that we are always having new leads, always having new conversations, right? So thank you. But now it's like, I don't know how I'm always ready for my next client. I only know my customer roster is full now. And I am fulfilled. Because you want to feel ready. Not like, oh yeah, I'll call you next week. We got this big job. There's a problem, right? I'm ready today. Let's talk today, right? So I don't know how I'm always ready. For my next client, I only know my customer and my job board is full. So just get an idea of that project board. And I don't know how it is full. But if you only had 2 amazing projects, that would be okay, right?
It'll be okay.
And so it'd be, I don't know how, and it could even do with the income. I don't know how. I easily maintain a monthly income of X amount or more. I only know I do now, and I am fulfilled. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not talking. I want to talk about the infinity marketing so bad, but anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. Maybe you can find the old recording. Okay, I got to tell you. So you get the idea. Here's what I want to do. Here's the top of the circle. Then you go, well, can I do this? Do I want to do this? Right, top of the circle. Let me get here. Top of the circle. Then you do a little internal search and you go, okay, what's the new goal? What do I want to do here? Then you go, well, let me check in with my existing clients. Is that something anybody would be interested in? Right? Then you've put it out there, then there's a pause. And I feel like you're in the pause because it's like we got the information. And what we do during the pause is we prepare. Then what happens is their referrals start contacting you because they go, I was at a networking meeting. I'm at a networking meeting and my friend Linda is telling me about this amazing glass business she has. And I'm talking to somebody who's in construction and he's having trouble finding enough vendors to where he can confidently go and bid after all these contracts. He wants to do this renovation, but he's held up, right? I decided to connect you. And then your referrals start coming in. And then based on the information from the referrals, that tells you where to go in the next step.
Sure.
It's really interesting. And then what to prepare for next. And then you get to another pause. And then you always have to have that time to actively receive. And this is feminine marketing energy. And this is how we actually work. And we keep building those relationships. And we have built in there downtimes to replenish ourselves. So the masculine always says, go, go, go. All right. Thank you for letting me tell you that.
Thank you.
All right. And I hope that's helpful. All right. Joan, how are you doing? Let's see.
I'm doing great. Up and down, up and down. That
Up
infinity
and-
circle works for me like on a hourly basis sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I may have to bring that out again and look at that. So thank you for your sweet letter. You sent me a really sweet email. I didn't have a chance to respond, but thank you so much. Are you still working on getting your building sold?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I know you have a lot of, there's concerns around it. Is that something you'd like to command for today, or is there anything else?
I would definitely. It
Okay.
really is a very heavy burden.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I went down like that, and this is a little somatic breath. Yeah, you're feeling the burden. So just, this is releasing fear and receiving trust. All right. I just tuned into your energy there. So for you, it's about detachment. And this is also in the feminine. Like women will work, try to fix it, try to communicate. They'll fight about it. They'll, agonize over it. But then they go, that's it, I'm done. Instant detachment. And they just waiting for that moment to take action. Right? You're still detached to it. Okay. So I don't know how to release. Your command is, I don't know how I easily release this building to the next owner. I only know I surrender it all. And that's including the process and all of the considerations. Now remember, after we do the command, I don't know how I release this building to the new owner. I only know I surrender it all and I am fulfilled. In your mind's eye, get that image of that building like moving away from you into the next owner's realm, which doesn't make sense. You think, oh, we'll just pass papers around. Here's the keys. But we got to get it out of your energy field. And then go the papers, there go the contracts, there go the keys, and here comes the big check. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel yourself coming down. Unwinding, unwinding, unwinding. I'm so grateful for the freedom that I now have. I only know it's so now and I am fulfilled. And yeah, so that's how you release it. And then you just get that in mind's eye and you're just feeling that energy. 6 degrees of separation. Where is that building that needs to be sold?
You mean like physically
Yeah, where's the building that you want to
or
sell? Yeah,
energetically?
physically, like where's the building located in this time space? Like,
Oh, DeKalb, Illinois, about about a mile from my house.
okay. And
Yeah.
what did you have the building for?
We inherited it from my brother-in-law.
Okay. All right. So the perfect buyer is on the way. I absolutely know it is. So if anybody knows anyone who's looking for a building in the DeKalb, Illinois area, contact Joan. If anybody knows anybody who in Minnesota who needs has commercial glass seeds needs, contact Linda. All right. Thank you. Hey,
Thank
that
you.
stuff really works. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Avero, how are you today?
Hey, Kathryn. Hey, everybody. I'm fine. Thank you. I don't think I have many issues. Um, but I'm thinking about two things. The first one is this marketing mentors stuff about having a niche, an avatar, and defining a problem, and is talking to the problem in social media.
Mhm.
I find it very exhausting and too ineffective, since I am not a content writer. I'm a coach. I'm not a content writer,
Yeah.
not a podcaster, not a YouTuber. And I don't want to spend my time doing social media.
Yeah.
So I would like to have an easier way to have clients to do what I love without becoming a writer, producer, editor, graphical designer, etc.
Yeah.
Um, that's the first thing. And the second thing is I've been wondering about uh, sometimes my commands work like magic, sometimes just work, and sometimes they don't work,
Yeah.
right? So I've been wondering if what is the reason, because I always get into theta, right?
Yeah.
But the reason, and I've been checking on limiting beliefs or emotions, but I've been coming to the question: could it be the inner state?
Yeah.
Could be
That
the inner state, and what's the best inner state to command?
Yeah. So we don't know, right? Like you could say, I could tell you, it's like, oh, keep your vibration up or get pissed off enough, or I don't know what it would take for you. Then we have to be in that I don't know state. So it would be, I don't know how I'm in the perfect state to manifest my commands. Start with that. I don't know what state I need to be. So then it would be, and that's where a lot of this like inner check-in, talk to the inner child. And we could also say, make a command for, I don't know how, I know absolutely know what is necessary to fulfill my commands, right? Allow yourself to be in that not knowing, and then give yourself time to come back in and check. Remember, we did the thing before, it was before and after. Like, okay, I want to have a great coaching business, but I do not like any of the marketing stuff, right? So maybe for you, it's maybe you need to join a coaching company to where you have somebody who focuses on that. Maybe it's you need to know how much money you need to make in order to support a person to handle your marketing, right? So it would be, I don't know how I have the courage to triple my coaching rates. So I only know I do now. So for you, I think there's some things to look into, like one-on-one with us. But that's part of what I want to teach in the cohort, because let me see if I can find the paper. Let me see if I can find the slide. Just a second. I shared this a while back, and I'm not using you for sales. I'm share with you what I have to go through sometimes when I'm checking in. And let me see if I can find it. This one. Let me share screen. This one. So I'm going to take you to this last column that says congruency. And I think you're familiar with NLP, where it starts with environment, the triangle. Have you seen that? And it goes up. Spiritual actually means connectedness, but environment. So what we would do with the one command, working with people one-on-one and in the classes, is we would lay out these 6 papers, and we would have at the end our goal. Okay. And all of these elements, I'm pointing over here because this is what I see, but I think for y'all see it here in the middle. All of these elements are what are necessary to create congruent states, right? And so that you can take action confidently. This is also how you would identify what's blocking you. So you might, when you go, okay, so I don't know how, I have the perfect environment. You want to manifest commands. I don't know how I create the perfect environment to support all of my commands. Okay. Then it would be, I don't know how I'm taking the right actions to support the fulfillment of my commands. Behaviors. Behaviors are internal, external. I don't know how my beliefs align, going on this last column. I don't know how all of my beliefs align to fulfill my commands. I don't know how. I know and trust I have the capability to act in alignment with my commands. Does that make sense? So this is part of it. And then, hey, I don't know how I see and know myself, identity, as one who commands, and those commands are fulfilled. You feel the power in that? And you're taking yourself through that process. And then finally, spirituality is how everything's all connected. This is your connection to source. But it could be, hey, how does this work in like the coaching world or in my family system? This is usually a bigger system. Okay. And so when we're in that spiritual, we're in the observer. I don't know how all things are working together perfectly for the fulfillment of my desires. I only know that my commands are made manifest now and I am fulfilled. Do you feel that? And so this kind of gives you a system. First we check before and then we check after. And my hard drive that had all the training videos, I'm going to cry, where I walked people through this time and time again, dissolved. But this is probably one of the most powerful exercises. And you start out with the papers laid out, starting with environment, going to spirituality, and you're just saying, hey, this is what I want, but this is what's happening now. And then you go through and then you do your command and then you walk backwards on each paper and you're seeing what's changed. So this is a thumbnail, little teeny explanation. But does that make sense? Does that help at all, or did I muddy the waters?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
So
Thank you.
this is to give you a way, one, to look at it. And then what I'm doing with all of these, this is my cheat sheet when I'm working with clients one-on-one. When I'm first having a conversation with them, I'm starting right here. Hey, what's happening? Why do you think it's happening? What are the feelings? If this never happens, what will happen to you? Right. And then connecting into their true needs. Then I work with them to create with the one command the right statement and help them get that visual, and then create the little vignettes. And then I just kind of keep working across here. Like, what's the big picture? What is it like? Why do you want to have a coaching business, right? Why coaching? And what does that look like for you? So we get the clarity on the intention. And then, hey, what are you actually doing about it? Right. I'm studying a lot. I'm taking a lot of certification. I might be doing some free stuff, but I hate all of it. So I wind up doing nothing. Right. And then what's the fear? We got to address that. And then there could be competing commitments, which is basically, hey, I want to go 100% into my business, but I have a competing commitment with my family right now. And so maybe I need to make some new agreements with my family. So we would look at that, and then we start building in positive assumptions. Like, we're going to assume that if you want to be a successful coach, that you have all the skills and tools and resources available, and that you have the ability. We're going to assume that when you start talking to people, this builds confidence. We're going to assume that if you start talking to people, they're going to want to know more about you. So we start building in assumptions. And then when I start integrating, this is what I do on the last column. So this is my secret coaching system, and I actually am going to work with my own coach so I can say, how can I communicate this better? Because this is really what I do in every session. Okay. And I've shared this before, and it is, you guys, I have emailed out a link to a Google Drive that has all the handouts and slides. So be sure and check that. Okay. But you're doing the work. You are shifting into a new identity, and you're meeting some resistance, and that's okay. That's the work, and the resistance is where your growth comes. Okay. You're going to get this because you are brilliant and you've got a big old heart. You really do. And people need to hear from you. Okay. And I absolutely know,
Thank you.
that you're going to have that full roster and have a business you're proud of. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you,
All
Kathy.
right. Thank you. All right. Did we get everybody? We got Joan. Oh, Nancy. Oh, and we've got Larry. I'm going to check in with and then Emily. Thank you. I just moved the top board. Emily, how are you doing?
It's still really crazy over here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Nancy. I said Nancy. I saw your name and then I called on Emily. So let me get to Emily and then I'll call you next. Okay. All right. So, Miss Emily.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Well, we pretty much covered about everything I'm looking for right now.
Okay.
It's been a roller coaster of a week. You know, my mom's ill and it's just it's snowballing, and she wants to check out. But she's at anyway. She's at the end of her life, and I think, but she could bounce back again because she's like so resilient. But it's been quite a number. It's been a very emotional week. She called me up to tell me goodbye, and you know she was ready to go, and she woke up in the hospital or in a skilled nursing the next morning, and she was very upset that she was not in the arms of Jesus, and in her words. But anyway, so you know, I've had to accept it. She's been having mental derangement, which is she's always had very good cognition. So you know, the signs are happening. But so we're working through that. I'm back in Mexico. I've finally gotten settled into my new place here, which now that I've got it really organized and clean, I feel like I have a better flow of energy. And I'm trying to kind of get back to work. I actually have 3 different businesses that I participate in, none of which are really paying me anything yet right now.
Yeah.
But so I guess my one command is on the one business that I'd like to really focus on, or to find which business I should really focus on, one of which I've been studying to be a death doula. But I found this to be really hard when my mother's going through it. It's a great lesson, but doing this for somebody in your family is a little different than being an advocate for somebody that, you know. So I've kind of let it go. It's not that I just haven't had the ambition to sit down and do these online classes that I need to do. And but I do have a technology company, LifeWave, I've been working with now for 2+ years, working on stem cell rejuvenation, and it's taking off again. I started kind of turning on some friends to this technology, and now they're getting excited and asking me to do some speaking. Well, it's so technical, and my brain just doesn't work that way. I mean, the science of these products is Star Trek on steroids, and my command is to find a very simple presentation where I can go in front of my people and do a very simple presentation on these products and what we offer, one product in specific. Without getting, I just get so jumbled trying to get into the technical parts.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just
Um,
looking for a simple solution of how to do a 5-minute presentation to get people invested in this technology. I guess that's.
Number one, go to on Google, just type in notebook LM. I put it in the thing.
Thank you.
And any of the websites, the sales materials, upload to a notebook. And they
Okay.
sort it out and it's like, hey, here's a study guide. You can ask all kinds of questions, right? But one thing that Notebook LM generates is a 15-minute interview, like it's a fake podcast. It's incredible because you hear them talk about it. And so they're like, it's like a little educational. They read all the materials, they read the website or whatever, and they give a talk about it. And that may give you some clues about how you can break down the talk. Number two, is this like a direct marketing company?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Direct sales, yeah.
Naturopaths, chiropractors.
Yeah, these I already have a. I mean, I have a great.
But the people who have those, I would like pick a group and network like crazy to that one group. And
yeah.
And you know, chiropractors know other chiropractors, and they're always looking for that other stream of income, but they're the perfect ones. But find your people and don't try to sell one. You're going to sell to someone who they would want to sign up other people, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'm
but
well,
I
I
see
really.
you giving little in-office talks at chiropractors is the reason I'm saying that.
Well, I do have a group already, of various practitioners and, we meet every week, and it's just, I'm just not ready. They're asking me to talk more about the products. I'm just,
Okay, so I don't know how
I'm-
I'm ready. Stop making
yeah, I don't know
excuses.
how I'm ready.
You're telling yourself you're not good enough. You're telling yourself you don't know enough. They don't have to get a college degree in order to buy it from you. How
No.
would you sell a car? There's so much I don't know about cars, right?
Right.
But there's some basic things that they need to understand about, right?
Yes.
Find out, like, think about what your questions were. And when they start talking science, you probably went, am I going to feel better or not? Right? So I don't know how I'm the exact right person to share this product. I only know I am now and I am fulfilled.
Yes. Thank you.
There you go. We got to the crux of it.
Yes.
All right, honey. Focus on
Thank you.
one
I'll check
thing.
it out.
All righty.
Appreciate you.
You too. Bye-bye. I'm going to jump to Nancy and then I will go to Larry. Okay. Hello, my love.
Hello. I'm back.
So, any shifts, any changes?
No, it's just a complicated shit show goes on. I'm battling anxiety, depression, fatigue. Here's what's going on. I mean, just multiple
Okay.
things going on at once.
All right.
Okay, my husband and I are separated. We have a no contact court order, which makes things hard, a lot harder. I'm concerned it will cause estrangement, and I can't make arrangements like bill payments with him. I still have to pay all the bills by myself, well, with my parents helping me a bit, and we're already having a hard time financially. I'm also required to show up for a court hearing on the 26th, so I have to fly all the way across the country. This means I have to spend even more money. And we're trying to get the charges dropped against my husband, which aren't automatic in domestic violence cases. I'm trying to call the DA today and hopefully get things sorted out. I don't know how it's going to go. I can't look for work or projects while the case is ongoing. Potential employers probably wouldn't want me taking time off and starting a job, and the stress makes it hard for me to concentrate on building my business, getting clients, getting projects, and my family and some of my friends are totally against my reconciling with them, and the financial mess makes them look even worse to them. I also feel I have much less agency living at home again. Then the 3D is exploding in my face, and it seems like every time I affirm or pray, or the extreme opposite shows up.
Okay. So your polarity is reversed.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of chaos going on.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, so think about I teach that 4-part statement. So everything is chaotic. Say that.
Everything is chaotic.
And everything's going to be chaotic.
Everything's going to be chaotic.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep this shit show rolling.
I do everything in my power to keep the shit show rolling.
Because I love it.
Because I love it.
And I'm gonna do all this and more.
I'm going to do all this more.
Until I no longer need the chaos.
Until I no longer need the chaos.
Breathe in. Just breathe into that. Your brain might be going, I don't need the chaos. But you know what? Chaos is part of creation. So you want to create order and safety, right?
Yes.
No, safety is not the right word. But definitely order. And
yes.
What else? What do you really want? Tune into your heart. When you go, I no longer need it. What do you really need?
Well, peace and resolution.
Peace and resolution.
Things to be better than ever.
Okay.
Instead of getting worse, it's
right.
just leading
Things
me
are
to
better
something
than
better.
Ever. Things are better than ever. Say it.
Things are better than ever.
And then things are going to be better than ever.
Things are going to be better than ever.
I'm going to do everything in my power.
I'm doing everything in my power.
To create an atmosphere.
To create an atmosphere.
That makes everything better.
That makes everything better.
That gives me all the help and support I need.
That gives me the help and support I need.
It gives me the courage and power that is truly mine.
What was it again? Sorry.
It gives me the courage and the power I already own.
Give me the courage and power I already own.
And puts the words right into my mouth.
It puts the word right into my mouth.
I only know I have everything I need.
I only know I have everything I need.
And more.
And more.
And I'm going to continue to create this.
And I'm going to continue to create this.
Until I absolutely know myself.
Until I absolutely know I know myself.
As one who is truly powerful.
As one who is truly powerful.
And free.
And free.
Breathe into that. And their command is simply this: I don't know how all things are working out together for my good.
I don't know how things are working out for my good.
I only know they are now, and I am fulfilled.
I only know they are, and I am fulfilled.
And the thing is that just feel that coming in. Whatever's before you, you just go, wow, this must be for my good. I say, I'm going to step into it. That's how you end the chaos.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Comes back to where we started at this. Hey, there's all this power outside of you, but you have to make your decision about who you are and how you're going to show up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I love you. We all love you. We want the best.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. You always bring the energy, girl. Okay. Larry. Larry, how are you doing? Oh, no mic or video. I just want to speak something to you, if it's okay. Soon as, like my immediate thought about you, because Larry, I don't really know you that well. I just want to share a word that kind of bubbled up, if that's okay. Since you have no mic or video, I'm just assuming it's okay. But I thought we are so lucky to have Larry, because he holds this big space for everybody on the call. And I kind of based that on a conversation that we had a few months ago. Like, you are an agent of transformation. And when, like, I don't know if you remember me saying, like, hey, you get on the bus, and if you want enlightenment for people, that just happens around you. Even though it may not look like in your own life, it's happening all around you. And I just want to say, I feel that energetically, and I know it at this level of consciousness. And so you don't always get to talk, or we don't always get to see you, but I just want to let you know that I see you and I feel you in a big way. And I just want to say thank you for being part of the group. Oh, so my darlings, my goodness. This has been another beautiful session. Holding space. I appreciate what you shared. Yep, that's what you do. That's what you do for us. So I just want to remind you, I am putting together, keep an eye out in your email for the information about the 3-part group that I'm putting together, 3-part class that's part of a special cohort that I'm putting together. I'll be sending that email out this week. I'm sending it out to everybody who is in the circle first. When I get to 25 people, the group closes. Okay, so this is going to be a very intimate group. And I'm going to go ahead and end it there. But until next time, I just want y'all to know how much I love you and appreciate you. And thank you all for letting me know, like you send messages to me in the DMs and the emails, what the group means to you. And I'm truly grateful. My cup runneth over. So my love until next time. This is Kathryn Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I witness your mastery. Bye-bye, everybody.